The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Now is your chance to qualify for the golden ticket that gets you and a guest into every Q101 event for a year. Please don't text and drive. Standard message and data rates apply.
Q101.
All right, Måneskin at the Allstate Arena coming up Friday, September 29th. Kenzie was the first one that broke that story, the band performing there. Allegedly, Rush will be there as well.
Okay, shut up.
The billboard
It was very confusing.
the digital billboard kept saying Rush, and that's the name of their album, but then the tour. But Kenzie thought they came in excited to tell me in case that Rush got back together and they're performing there. That's not the case.
It just said Rush on it. It didn't even say Måneskin.
Yeah. Maybe you have to wait a little bit longer and you just want to buy it too fast because you drive pretty fast.
You know what? It's a billboard.
I know.
So maybe they should get to the point.
Anybody seen our billboard? They drive too fast by ours.
But ours is to the point. It doesn't say Metallica on it, and it's for our morning show.
It says Brian and Kenzie.
Very confusing.
Very clearly. So, Måneskin at Allstate Arena. So, text Italy, where they're from. Text Italy to 312-591-8300 right now. That's your chance at those tickets, and you qualify for the golden ticket, winning tickets to everything Q101 does. From Riot Fest 2023 to Riot Fest 2024. There's so many shows in there, many that haven't even been announced. And you will be there. Thousands of hours of free concerts can be yours. Text Italy to 312-591-8300.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Well, Con, Brian, and Kenzie on Q101. If you missed the keyword, it is Italy. Italy. Text that right now to 312-591-8300 for your chance to win tickets to see Måneskin at the Allstate Arena and qualify for the golden ticket.
The Q101 Morning Crew. Sports.
Yeah, I'm not sure this needs celebrating, but F it. The Cubs won the series against the second worst team in baseball, and it is for a lot of reasons because of the wild card situation. But first, let's take a listen to Seiya Suzuki's solo home run that helped make the win happen yesterday. Seiya Suzuki, are you there?
Suzuki
that's
gets
terrible. We need to hear the back crack. Here we go.
Guys that had $5.
Oh, in the air, left field. Suzuki gets a hold of one, and it's gone.
You got to hear the back crack. You know, you were there Saturday, right, or Friday's game?
I was there Friday.
Yeah.
Ryan Sandberg sat behind me.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, I have better seats. Loser.
How dare you? Cubs
Just
legend.
one row. I'm like, loser.
Now just take a good look at his hair. Because he has the hair restorer like Brian Urlacher. He's on those billboards. He was anyway.
Is he? I don't remember him being on the Urlacher billboards.
There was three. There was at one point there was Brian Urlacher, there was Ryan Sandberg, and there was a third.
I remember Ian Happ.
Yeah, Ian Happ was there.
Really?
Yeah.
Ian Happ, he was like, I am happy that I have hair or something. It was something like that. It was.
Oh, that's a good one.
But Brian Sandberg got the hair, and he also is big on weed or CBD about helping his post-playing days injuries and getting through there, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. He wasn't like talking about weed or anything. He was just watching the game.
I'd love it if Ryan Sandberg was behind you at Wrigley, just pulled out a big blunt.
He's super high.
He's like Snoop next to him. He's like licking the paper, like rolling up the blunt. Oh, that'd be incredible.
It would have been funny.
Yeah,
he didn't.
He's not Mr. Personality. I mean, he's kind of low key. He keeps things,
Yeah, I felt bad for him because they put him on the the big screen way too early. They did it like the second inning, and that should have been like an eighth inning thing.
Yeah.
And then the whole time, drunk people. One girl was like, my husband bet me $100 I wouldn't come over here. And he was like, awesome. And I'm like, sounds like he just wanted, the husband's like, yeah, I hope you do go over there and not near me.
Yeah.
And like, the amount of people who say dumb things, people watch out to him like, my grandparents loved you. It's like, okay.
So I'm old.
That's hurtful to not be like, so did I. Other people like you. I don't know who you are.
No, never heard of you.
But I'm going to bother you. What? Your grandparents aren't even here, you jerk. Let them watch the game. And then people who use their children, they like bring their baby up that can't talk. Like, you're his favorite player. Okay, no, Barney is. And he doesn't know who this man is. He's not watching old highlights. He's 1.5. Like, I couldn't even deal with the things people were saying to this guy. It was very entertaining, though.
Did he stay the whole game, Ryan Sandberg?
He did.
Okay,
he did
good.
the whole
That'd
time.
be great if he beat traffic at like the seventh inning. He's like, well, business taken care of here.
There was a few. You know how many people walked up to him and said, hey, will you sign this? He goes, yeah. And they didn't have a pen. And he goes, everybody. They were like, well, I don't have a pen. He goes, me either. I don't carry that.
Yeah.
You didn't think it through. You didn't have both items.
Yeah.
You only needed 2 things. And you walk up to him, you wait in a line, and you didn't think to consider, like, let me make sure both are here.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable listening to what was happening behind me.
It's weird that he had seats. That you had not only better seats than him, but that he's not in a press box somewhere.
I would think Ryan Sandberg he's part of the Cubs organization, legend, history, and all that.
He's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, I mean,
there was a couple there. There was another Hall of Famer. I forget. It was like a catcher. I'm like, I don't remember. And then, so do you. A lot of people played.
Catchers are sort of the base players of baseball. Not a lot of love in the catcher's direction.
Yeah, he didn't. I feel like he got attacked a lot less. But also, the lead actress from Ozarks was there.
Who was there?
The one who also from the Truman Show. No?
Wait a minute.
It's not
Neither
Grimace. I don't
things?
know it.
Ozarks cast. I feel like it's like Lindsay or something.
Oh, who was in? Well,
Oh, Laura Linney.
Laura Linney was there.
Laura Linney. So she was the lead actress in Ozarks. Well, one of them, because obviously Julia Garner. But so one of the lead actresses there, she was Wendy Bird. And she was in the Truman Show, remember?
Yeah, I didn't make the connection.
She was the wife.
Because after you see her as Wendy Bird, you can't see her as anything else.
Oh,
I mean,
she's savage.
Unbelievable. Was she behind you too? Did she have bad seats too?
Yeah, a bunch of losers.
All right, back to sports. So the Cubs now are securing some spread in the NL wild card. Phillies, Giants, Cubs, then D-backs, Reds, Marlins. It's, I think, a game. So it's better than like .001 winning percentage. They're getting there.
There's 5 teams within a game of each other right now in the NL wild card. It's crazy.
Cubs at the Tigers tonight.
That's an easy win.
It should
Keep the
be.
momentum going.
Don't say that.
I know. White Sox won yesterday too, though, but they lost the series to the Rockies, giving up 25 runs on Friday and Saturday. Big stat, Kenzie?
Oh, yeah.
25 runs.
It's Chris Bryant, baby.
That's right.
Well, more importantly, it's Vanilla Ice Week for the White Sox on Friday. Vanilla Ice
This is the big one
performing
for them.
afterward.
This is the big one.
When you don't make the playoffs, you look forward to Vanilla Ice all year long.
Can you check ticket prices again, Kenzie? Because
Yeah.
we checked a while ago. I don't know what they are for Friday's game. If you can get in, like the cheapest ticket, I don't know, a decent seat.
It's White Sox A's. Those are 2 of the worst teams in baseball.
Oh,
So I don't know if Vanilla Ice adds or decreases the value of that ticket.
yeah. The Mariners come to the South Side tonight, by the way. But I don't know. You let me know when you find the price.
You just give me a second.
Okay, I'll give you a second.
Jesus.
Well, we'll move on to the Bears.
Good Lord, can I Google it?
Okay, do that while we talk about the Bears for a second because they did win their lost their preseason game Saturday night.
Is it the 25th?
Yes.
It is 25th.
Tickets starting at $5.
Oh, my God.
$5?
Yeah, they're not that bad as seats either. There's still $5, $7, $9.
Wait, really?
There's a lot of 9s.
Is the service fee bigger than the ticket
11.
price?
Yeah, it's like my electricity bill. It's my ComEd bill where the service
Now
charge is more
listen,
than
this
the
isn't
actual.
behind home plate.
I get it.
You know, do you want me to find that?
Yeah, what's behind home plate?
What's like the really
Is that-
behind home plate is $249.
All right.
But right behind that is $63,
Oh, my God.
which is really good.
So there's a lot of Vanilla Ice tickets available.
Behind the behind the home team's dugout is only $40. It's pretty good.
I'm gonna get talked into going to this on Friday.
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty good.
It's Thursday night. Tickets are gonna be cheap. I'm gonna go. Well,
Section 117 is $16.
that's a really good deal.
phenomenal.
Is that on the third baseline? Or is that like...
Yeah, it's like third baseline.
And then the 100 level, so you're low.
Yeah, that's a very good seat.
Wow. Vanilla Ice not selling tickets like we thought.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
You can't defeat her. She's too powerful.
Clash with Kenzie.
Let the battle begin.
Q101.
All right, let's go. It's Monday, and Kenzie's here, ready to go with trivia, right?
Woo. Okay.
All right. Well, listen, for a Q101 prize pack, Brian and Kenzie, Michelle checking in from Chicago. Ahoy, Michelle. Tell us something really quick about yourself.
Ahoy. I really like scuba diving.
Oh, that's fun.
Have you done it?
Have I done it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't just like it as a concept. I like
Dumbass, Brian.
I like a lot of things I just go to YouTube videos for, and I never did it. So, I thought maybe just watch his videos. That's her weekend.
Porn. That doesn't count, Brian. It's totally different.
Where have you done it was the most coolest spot you did it?
the closest.
The coolest.
Oh, the coolest. Ooh, it's a good question.
We'll wait. We'll wait for an answer.
My favorite place was Honduras.
Honduras.
Ooh, very
Okay.
cool.
Yeah.
I'm jealous.
I mean, I just feel like I'm going to get eaten by a shark. I know it's very rare, but I just feel like if I'm
You'd
in the
be a
water,
big shark snack. I don't think so.
I'm a nice meal.
I
I'm a
don't
nice
know.
meal.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a healthcare data analyst.
Oh, and then you live on the edge on the weekends. I like it.
Yeah,
saying-
it's boring. I have to do something fun.
You're saying that job doesn't live on the edge?
No, most don't. That's not like a big slap in the face. I would argue most jobs are living on the edge.
Yeah.
There's a select few.
Unless you're a scuba instructor, I
Yeah,
guess.
exactly.
Right.
That's what I wanted to know.
All right, let's go here. First one to 5 wins. Listen carefully. If Kenzie gets one wrong, you can steal a point. She can do the same to you. Call heads or tails on the count of 3, Michelle. 1, 2, 3.
Heads.
It is heads. Michelle wins.
Ew.
Here we go, Michelle. Question number 1. What song did Wayne and Garth listen to on the way to the donut shop in the movie Wayne's World? 3, 2.
Owed Me Love.
No.
No.
What song was it, Kenzie?
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah. Okay. Question number 2 goes to Kenzie.
Yes.
How many spikes are on the Statue of Liberty's crown?
Now that's a question.
Yeah, it is.
I've never gone and looked at it. I got to New York a lot.
Yep.
I'm gonna just guess
Yep.
because it's one. I'm gonna say 7.
7's right.
Is it?
Jesus.
I'm counting
I-
a mental picture
I understand.
because I'm like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and probably 1 in front.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
Nailed it.
All right. 2-0?
2-0 and back to Michelle.
Michelle, the Jets and the Sharks were rival gangs in what movie? Since you like scuba diving, the Sharks, see?
West Side Story.
West Side Story is
Oh,
right.
it's so good. It's my favorite.
Good. Jeez.
I just love it.
2-1.
And back to Kenzie.
Kenzie, a drake is a male version of what aquatic animal? Drake. It's the male.
Not a rapper.
No, he's not.
Not a rapper question. A drake is the male version of an aquatic animal.
3,
I don't know.
2.
A shark.
A shark? It's not a shark. Do you know Michelle?
It's a duck.
It's a duck.
A duck?
Yeah, good job.
Drake the duck?
Yeah, Drake the duck.
That's pretty dramatic.
It is.
I don't think we needed a different name.
Just like dude duck. I mean,
But what? You're not like female duck? There's some
I don't know what a
ducks.
female duck is.
I don't know either. It wasn't the question. I only
Michelle,
knew the
for
male
another
dog.
point, you know what a
No,
female duck
shut
is?
up. I didn't even get a guess.
All right, what do we got? 2-2?
It's 2-2. It's back to Michelle.
Michelle, what decade did Marty McFly go back to in Back to the Future? 3, 2.
1985.
1985 is not right. That was the year it came out, but that was the year they were going to. What decade, Kenzie?
I'm really excited about this because I just showed my son these movies. He went back to the 50s.
Is the 50s is right.
Yeah.
Good job.
All right, 3-2.
Back to Kenzie?
Yes.
Who was Lewis and Clark's female companion?
Is my turn?
Yes, it's your turn.
Sacagawea.
Sacagawea is
I
right.
almost yelled it out, and then I'm like, oh, God, is it her?
Michelle, what does NBA stand for?
NBA.
Yep, like the sport, NBA?
National Basketball Association.
Yeah, it does. There you go. Good
Kind
job.
of a hint. You throw out like the sport with
Well, and it could be-
B as in basketball.
Because
you jerk.
through the phone, it could be like MBA, like Masters of
Yeah,
Business.
but you could have given like the sport.
And as in Nancy, I could have said that. B as in
Nacho,
Bob.
yeah.
A as in a-hole.
Like you are.
Well, it is 4-3. It is back to Kenzie. She can win with a correct answer.
Oh, boy. Here we go.
What does MLB stand for? Like as in baseball.
That's actually the question. Kenzie, kind of a riddle. What large land animal can swim but not jump?
Oh, I'm excited.
Why is
Are you gonna
this?
hit me with an elephant question?
It's an elephant. Oh, that's terrible.
You know I love my elephants.
I forgot how much of an elephant person you were, which is really weird.
It's a core Kenzie character trait. She loves elephants.
Love elephants.
Give us
My
an
salt and
elephant.
pepper shakers used to be elephants.
Okay, that's one fact. Give me another fact about elephants. There was another fact you had one time about a whole bunch.
I mean, I have a lot. They die of broken hearts. Actually, there are a lot of elephant rehab centers because riding them all the time, not great. Not necessarily what they're built for.
Huh.
Yeah.
Who knew?
Yeah. Biggest muscles, the trunk. What else do you need?
That's it.
What
I
do
got
you
enough.
need?
I got enough. I'm good. Thank you. I'm sorry, Michelle.
It's okay. Good game.
Good game.
Good game.
Good time. All right. Well, listen, tomorrow a chance to win and clash with Kenzie for a prize pack.
The Q101 Morning Crew's Clash with Kenzie.
On Q101.
Also, don't forget you're just 25 minutes away from the next opportunity at the Golden Ticket. So 8 a.m., the Golden Ticket. Everything we do for an entire year. Free concerts for you. And tickets coming up for Pixie's Modest Mouse. That'll be a qualifying prize coming up at 8 a.m. with Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101, as we said, coming up at 8 a.m. is your next opportunity at the Golden Ticket. And also another elephant fact from Jen. Elephants are the only animals besides humans that have chins. How about that?
Baby elephants suck on their trunks the way kids suck on their thumbs.
Oh,
I'd love to be a trunk sucker. All the room you
I
have
bet
there.
you would.
Oh, my God.
I bet you've been one. I've heard that about you.
you know how gross it sounds to suck a trunk?
No, I disagree.
It's horrible.
There's hair at the
you're
end.
wondering.
There's hair at the end of the trunk nose.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
Yeah, it's not a good time. What?
all right then.
What are you talking about?
Elephants and trunks.
Yeah,
and
it's not
stuff.
fun.
Okay. Well, it's, Kenzie's dad. Okay, awkward transition.
Why would you do that next?
All right. How do I get out? I can't cite a commercial before we talk
You
about
wanna do a
this.
commercial break? Come
No,
back.
I can't do that.
Kenzie's dad?
I'm talking about Kenzie's dad after that.
Way to go. Thanks a lot. Oh, God.
So Kenzie's dad was at the house and did a bunch of fixing up of the
At
house.
my house, not yours.
Oh, that would have been awesome if he came to my house.
Yeah, I guess your dad came over and fixed a bunch of stuff, but not at your house.
Haven't even met your dad yet. That'd be great if he just came over,
He's
fixed
the
stuff, and
best.
left.
I love my dad.
Yeah, fixed stuff around their house. And Kenzie came in this morning he left, went back up north to Minnesota, and came in and said, it made her husband and her child, as she noticed, feel like they can't do anything because her husband's an old school man and can actually fix things and do anything
So
in the
my
house.
dad is and my husband isn't.
Your dad is. Yeah, my bad. Your dad is.
So here's the issue is that my son was obsessed. He was kept picking up all the power tools. He's like, can I drill something in the wall? He was I felt like he accidentally took speed or something. He's like, what? Oh, paint something. And I'm like, holy crap. But I realized he had never seen these products before. And my dad was helping him climb ladders, let him drill a vented, let him do all this stuff, okay? And super safe. And I was like, I'm just going to leave. It's on you. My dad's drinking bourbon, go up the ladder. And I'm like, Jesus. It was
Nothing like putting windows in when you're a little buzzed.
big flashback to my childhood.
And
Not
all of a
gonna
sudden
lie.
things start to make sense.
I'm like, I forgot about this. I'm not gonna, whoa, it's kicking in. But I just realized, I feel like so many guys can't do that anymore. There are guys who can, but it used to be every guy would be able to paint or, fix stuff in the house. It was really common. And it's less and less. Most of the grown men I know have to hire people to build most things. But I feel like a lot of the female stereotypes still stand. You definitely want to meet a girl who can cook.
Right?
But then the other stereotypes are gone where you're like, well, I definitely want the girl to also work. I don't want some lazy girl. I want her to cook and clean and work. And then guys are like, well, I don't know how to build that or put that together or paint that.
I was floored the other day when I walked through my neighborhood and there was a guy with a boombox on. This is a younger guy too, not some old head, but some younger dude in there working on his car in our neighborhood, cranking Q101 on a boombox, an old school boombox. And I looked at him. I stopped. I was pushing Harper for a walk, and I stopped and looked at him. He looked up at me, and I wanted to ask so many questions.
And he went, Dad?
Oh, God.
Oh, dear Lord. But no, I just moved on like an idiot. I wanted to say, how are you doing this? You open the hood of the car up, and you're pulling things out with no fear that you can't put them back in. All these parts run this big bed sheet on the concrete out front, and he was working on his car, and I was fascinated. And I can put gas in a car. That's all I can do. I can take it over to Berman Nissan and get an oil change. I can get a new
that's
tire.
what I'm saying. In case I was asking you, you don't know how to build anything, right?
No, the situation you're describing where my girlfriend can cook and clean and build stuff and I can't do any of it is the reality of the situation. And it creates an issue in our relationship because other than, say, Fall Out Boy tickets, I'm not offering a ton other than emotional support.
Kenzie, you don't know this about Case, but this happened, I don't know how many months ago. He told me his mom came in town from Indianapolis. I go, what are you guys doing this weekend? Taking her around town, show her, maybe take her to dinner, show her things. He goes, she's building a CD rack for me in my, or an album.
Yeah, so
a vinyl
I have
album
all these
rack.
vinyl albums, and I ordered this rack that holds the 200 albums that I have, but I got it and was immediately like, well, I can't put that together. This is too many steps, little baby screwdriver, the Allen wrench thing that comes with it. I can't do any of this. So it was either not going to get built or it was going to get built the weekend that my mom was in town. So she was in my apartment setting this up while I took a nap and watched college football.
Okay, here's the deal. I can't necessarily build things, but most of those things come with instructions and I can read. So don't you think it's just laziness on your part at a certain point?
This is what society does not want to hear. This is my cross to bear. This is my issue. I have some sort of undiagnosed learning disability that prevents me from following instructions.
Yeah, I know. Don't make yourself the victim now all of a
That prevents me
sudden.
from following instructions. Legos, to me as a kid, Legos were a punishment. I would break down and cry if I had to build something. And they go, oh, well, it comes with instructions. Just follow it. My brain turns to mush. I can't do it.
Okay.
And in a society, and in a society where everybody gets to
Oh,
have their
good
own
Lord.
problems,
Jesus.
this is
All
mine.
right. Okay.
Stuff a trunk.
God,
Okay,
good
listen.
What a victim. He just made himself
He
the
is
victim because he
such a
can't.
victim.
Sorry, I'm living in the real world where I can't read and comprehend things.
Because you can't build a thing to hold your albums?
Yeah,
Right?
I wouldn't
I've
be able to
seen
do
you
it.
read lots of facts about bands.
I do
A
love
lot of
but
facts.
Wikipedia is different.
Oh, sure. Listen.
This is what my husband fails to realize too. He thinks that the second something's not enjoyable, so he's like, oh, I'm not good at this. I go, do you think I'm having fun cooking and cleaning and doing stuff to that? This isn't like my effing hobby. It's just being an adult.
Yeah, but you're sugar and spice and everything nice. You kill it. Like,
Oh,
you know
Jesus.
what I mean? I just...
It's like my husband, when I met him, was like, oh, I'm not a good gift giver. I go, that's not going to be an acceptable thing to use here. Because you have Google, you have family members, you have my family members. There's resources. So if you're not good, find someone who is and get me a nice gift. I hate excuses.
It's not a learning disability. You can't buy a Christmas gift or that you can't build a thing to hold your albums.
What I don't understand is whether it's building things or cooking or fixing a car. It's not like my parents are like young millennial parents that didn't care and just ate their kale and their avocado toast. I have older parents. I just never learned how to do any of these things. It's not a natural thing that comes to me. If my car breaks down, I'm going to pop the hood and just stare at it and then go, oh, I got to call somebody.
Well, the cars, listen, that's a magnificent thing if you can fix a car. I like 219 checking in here. He said, lazy, sissified society. Us Indiana folks do that stuff all the time.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
All right.
You're from Indiana.
I'm from Indiana, too.
And you can't do crap.
Yeah, all I do is suck trunk
You're
every
giving
day.
Indiana a bad name. I'll tell you what.
Indiana checks you at the border when you go home. Say, no, you can't come back in. No, you're
I've become
screwed.
too Chicago for Indiana.
You're too weak.
Well,
Listen,
I grew up with my dad who can literally could probably build a house,
Yeah.
honestly. And then my brother's a mechanic, and you had to take apart and put back together cars starting at 15 years old. And I thought that guys could just do this.
No, it sounds
Yeah.
So then
terrible.
I went out in the world thinking anything male could put up a shelf or do whatever. And it's like, wow, has this been disappointing?
Put up a shelf. Oh my God, I could never.
That's what I mean.
Oh my, that sounds
You know how
awful.
ridiculous
Do you know that I
God.
fixed
Oh,
the
Lord.
wicker furniture in our house? I fixed it. I was like, what am I going to do with this? And I'm like, I just Googled ways to put wicker furniture back together and then got those supplies and then did it. I didn't know how to do it. I didn't come out of the birthing canal with wicker furniture information. I had to look it up.
I don't even know where to get the supplies.
Oh, God.
also, that would have been incredible if you knew how to do stuff out of the birthing canal, how to
Came
do
out-
wicker
I
furniture.
know. My husband thinks that I was born to cook. I didn't pop out sauteing stuff.
Listen.
Look it up.
I want people to check in on the phone. Check in here, 312-591-8300. Prove to Kenzie that you can do something. I'm not talking about you're a mechanic and I can fix a car. I'm just talking about you can do things that aren't in your wheelhouse, like maybe build something that holds albums. That's not
You build
necessarily
your
in case
kids
of...
a bomb-ass treehouse or something. Or I remember my dad, we had this big NASA project, my brother and I, when we were in North Carolina. So we were really young. It was elementary school. We had a NASA project. You had to come to school with a spaceship. My dad stayed up all night building. Ours was the only one with a frame. I think that thing could have taken off. It was unbelievable.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
All right, we're about 6 minutes away from your next chance at the Golden Ticket. Everything we do for a year, you will be in on free concert tickets. And you'll also get tickets to Pixie's Modest Mouse just for qualifying. That's at 8 a.m. right here with Brian and Kenzie on Q101 in case the producer joins the conversation about Kenzie, after seeing her dad come to her house and fix everything last couple of days, that men can't do anything anymore. They can just cook. That's the main thing you said, is that men actually can cook pretty well these days.
I said they can't cook. Women can cook.
I thought you were talking about that men, the one thing they can do is like because they do all the cooking shows.
No, men can't do anything. That's Kenzie's point.
My
Yeah, men
point
can't do
was,
anything.
Listen, there's a lot. I know there's going to be men who are like, but I do. I get it because a guy texted in and said, I feel like women don't cook anymore. But I personally do. I cook every single night. So I'm talking more of a general. Of course, there's absolutely going to be exceptions. Like my dad is literally one. I understand that. But I feel like the stereotypes stand for women, but not for men. Like you meet a girl and you hope that she can cook and clean and do a lot of the feminine things. But then you're like, well, she should also, get a job. You don't want her just sitting at home. And then you
God
can't. God
forbid.
Yeah. And then you can't build anything or do that. It's just interesting how it's like, well, I want to keep these stereotypes, but change these ones and then not live up to any of them. I feel like I see a lot of that.
I fix everything. I built everything in our house.
I don't.
Well, your TV's not hung up.
That's not hung up yet, but now I notice Harper's crawling. I think I'm gonna have to hang the TV. I can't.
Right, good idea.
No, my
fix everything.
Now look, my brother who's a doctor is actually really good at hanging TVs, which is something that shouldn't be in his wheelhouse.
No, but he's a doctor, so he's got a lot of practice hanging nice TVs.
Wow. I'll tell him you said that. Come to your house and hang a TV. He does have a lot of
Case can't do it.
He does have a lot of. He has a TV in every room of his house. To be honest,
God, that's the life.
I mean, Case even said you can't build anything.
No,
at all. But you still want your girl to cook and stuff.
Of course, and I feed into it because when I was single and I was looking for women, one of the things that I look for, one thing that almost turns me on, I love a woman that has a little project. I love when she's working on something. If she's refurnishing a cabinet, if she's painting a room, if she's painting a painting, I love all of that stuff. Basically, I just like a woman that's busy, and so I feed into it.
But then you're not doing anything.
No.
You have no projects.
No, I got nothing going on.
He's playing Madden.
You just want to watch someone else work?
He played Madden all weekend.
That's true. My girl went to the Cubs game. I was like, "Hey, that's cool. I'm gonna go home and I guess I'll just I'm home, so I might as well play Madden."
I'm gonna play animated sports instead of watching real sports.
I like how it's a big turn on to watch other people work while I sit here. What are you? We should call you master too. Jesus, what is wrong with you?
No, it's not that. I just like when somebody has skills because I guess that means they can do them for me.
I gotta admit, he's right.
Yeah.
It must be something, I don't know.
Genetic.
Well, with guys, I don't know. But Nikki's checking in, and this is kind of exciting. Nikki in St. John. Nikki, ahoy.
Ahoy.
Tell us about your project that you can do.
I changed the motor in my front loader washing machine thanks to YouTube.
Oh, hell yeah.
Wow, that's badass, Nikki.
That's hot.
How long did that take you?
Probably half a day, so you got to pause and go back and pause and go back. But
you would have had a peeping Tom case in your window getting turned on.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.